Started out on live, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the site faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing lost to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling, rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Tracking crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Script is how we play a game. First odds and next time chasing fame. With you behind me, changing seas. So through the net, living out the dream of my acoustic strum. Curing the chill for cracking jokes. We'll stop the thrill. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our most dreams phone, no better days. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Thursday, the 30th of October, 2025, and welcome back to the channel. Apologies, I was sneezing. What? I was sleeping. I had a nap and I fell asleep. And when I got up, I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to go live at 3. Well, that's what I try to do on the daily, whenever I can, when I'm here. And so I had to, quickly get up, and I actually just threw a little water on my face, and now I'm in front of the camera. Happy times. Blueski's in the chat. Blue-Eyed Diva over on the DLive machine. Everyone's happy. Look, I'm going to just report this up front. It seems like everything's working accordingly on the Beam stream. I will say this, though. Every time that I go live on Beam, it takes a little while for it to start. So there is this little OBS glitch that goes along for about a minute, and then it finally somehow works. That's always been the case with Beam, so that's just back to normal. I have killed some of the platforms, though. I've just turned a few of them off, and I don't know, just come back to them slowly, I guess. I'm not really fussed. As long as we're live on YouTube, as long as we're live on Kick, as long as we're live on Twitch, even though I don't really pay much to it, but as long as we're live on those 3, and DLive, hello D-skis, I feel like we're good. I feel like we're good at that point. Speaking of good, Hendrik, funny thing, naps are meant for sleeping. They are skis. Yes, and I'll just say this up front. I should be grumpy today. I'm underslept. I'm working off 5.5 hours of sleep, I think. Got home at 1:30, or in bed last night by 1:30, let's call it. Up by 6:30, but also up twice to do a whiz. Had a surf today. That made me feel good. Might need to put the AC on. It's heating up in here. If I didn't get a surf in, or if I didn't surf well today, I feel like I did surf reasonably well. If I didn't surf well today, I don't think I'd be streaming. I think I'd be in a foul mood, and I wouldn't want to instruct that upon you. Instruct? Wrong word. Wrong word. You know what I mean, though. You know what else has been happening? I've been watching the show Alone. I got sort of hooked on this show after I heard an interview or a podcast on Lex Friedman with the winner of season 6 of the US Alone. I haven't seen your surfing post? Not yet. Slack track back? No. And I'll update you on the Slack track in a minute. Yeah. So I watched this podcast with the winner of season 6 of the US Alone. This is filthy now. And I just got really into the show, and I've been doing a pretty damn dirty deep dive on all the Alones, not just the US, but also the Swedish one, the Norwegian one, the Australian one, the Aussie one. The first season of the Aussie one was actually shot in New Zealand. It's a bit weird. Why didn't they just call it New Zealand Alone? I don't know. And then the other 2 seasons were set in Tasmania, a place that I've become close with lately, as you all know. And then the Norwegian one was set in Norway, Lake Altavatten. And then the Sweden one was also set in Norway, in Lake Altavatten. And here, oh, that's better. Not fully great, but it's better. And here comes the issue that I've got. How is this show Alone? The concept is that people go out into the wilderness, regular Joes, and they survive on their own, alone, for as long as they can. They've got to procure their own food. They've got to make their own shelter. They got to survive. And the winner takes the last person to tap out leaves with the prize. I spat everywhere. I'm growing my beard here for my spicy little nugget she likes. It's too anyway, and that gets spittle and all that crap. So the last person to remain on the in the wilderness takes the prize. Now here's the thing. Obviously, legally, the producers of the show cannot just leave you out there willy-nilly, right? They can't just put you alone and say, this is the show, you signed up, see you later, see you in 7 months. They can't do that. They have to do mandatory health checks. So they send in health crew, check up on you, do bloods and vitals and all that kind of stuff to make sure that you're still, you don't want to go on that show and risk your life to not, like, possibly not win, right? 9 out of 10 people don't win. Only 1 wins. And some of them don't even have a prize. Holy shit. The Norwegian one, they just do it for shits and giggles. There's no prize. The Norwegian one, no prize money. The Australian one's $250. Imagine going out into the wilderness for possibly 3 months and eating fish and eels and living in a shack that you build from trees and palm fronds. And you get, if you win, you get $250,000 in 2025 is not much money. Like, that should be a minimum of $1 million, minimum. Anyway, obviously you cannot be 100% alone. That doesn't make sense, right? They can't legally do that. So we all accept that. So when we see the show, we're aware that people have come and gone, medical teams. You know, they're not bringing them food, but they're doing the regular checkups. But what they don't tell you, and what I've discovered just by watching the Swedish version, it appears as though they're less than alone in the sense that they've also got camera crew with them. Now, I know you're going to say, nah, dude, they do all the filming themselves. Do they really? Do they? I've got a screen, not a screen grab, I've videoed my freaking television. I was watching the season 1, episode 7 of Alone Sweden today, and I discovered a drone shot which is impossible. Well, not impossible. It's not impossible, but in this instance, it's not. The pilot of the drone is not the person in the footage. The person being one of the contestants, a woman by the name of Ida, I-D-A, and she's just spent quite a long time unraveling her fishing net that got covered in crap and tangled up from a storm. So she spent like 3 days unraveling this net, and she's finally relaunched it or reset it out there in the Lake Altavatten. And then all of a sudden you see a shot of her sitting on the beach, and it's a pull back shot, zoom up to get the full perspective, and then an overhead shot, obviously shot by a drone. Now, she's not filming it because you see her and she's faffing with the net, so she's not the pilot of the drone. Now, you might say, well then, okay, it's just the film crew. Okay, but then if it's the film crew, are you telling me that while you're alone in the wilderness for 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 months, you've also got a drone buzzing over your head at all times of the day? At any random moment, there could be a drone there? No, that's not. If they wanted that, if they shouldn't call the show Alone. Let's look at the footage. Let's look at the footage here. This is my television. This was the episode. This is me filming it. I don't want to get stung by copyright ding-dongs, but check this out. It's pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet for a number of reasons because I'm filming my television, but the main thing, you don't need the audio here, but the main thing that you do need is the vision, right? Like, look at her. So what do you see? You see a net in the water. There she is sitting there, and now you might say, but she's got a drone controller in her hands. That's not, they're sticks. She doesn't have a drone controller in her hands. Trust me. There you go. She just moved one hand to her face. If she had a drone controller, she wouldn't have taken one hand. It's not a drone controller. She's sitting there on the beach. She sees the drone. She sees the drone right there. You can pre-program your drone to do that though. But Henrik, okay, first of all, I'm not arguing that this was shot by a drone. That's not the argument. The argument is, or the reason I'm bringing this up just for shits and giggles, is to state that if the show is called Alone in the Wilderness, or in the Wildermarken, as they call the European ones, why would they pretend that they're alone? They're not. She's not alone. There's obviously a boat there, right? There's obviously a boat that's pulled up, and they've launched the drone. The crew are out there, possibly waving at her. Everything cool, Ida? Everything's okay? Yes, everything's good. Thank you. They're not alone. Like, and you might say, yeah, but it's the television show. They got to get the angles and shit. I get that, but then don't call it Alone. And also, if you're alone, what do you think? What do you think the mental? There's a game being played, right? A mental game by the contestants. Each contestant has to go through certain processes, certain and their mental capacity is how they can deal with all this. Now, if like everyone's different, right? Everyone's got different mental synapses and whatnot, synapses. Everyone's brain operates differently. For someone that's out there amongst the 10 contestants, the simple fact of a drone near them might give them enough comfort and enough feeling of everything's okay to then go on for another week instead of pressing the tap out button, right? You might be at your breaking point in this game where you haven't been able to find any fish. Maybe a bear turned up and scared you shitless one night. Maybe there was windy and you thought the trees might fall and crush you, and you were all blown out like, whoa. And then you look out into the lake and you see a crew boat sitting in front of your campsite, and you're like, oh, what are they doing? And suddenly you start to, you feel better. Like there's people. You get the comfort of people, which is not fair for the other contestants that didn't get that. So my ultimate point here is, why does television continue to lie to us? This show, this concept is such a good concept. Like I don't watch much reality TV. I've applied for reality television in the past. I told you guys about my Big Brother experience. Got very close to being on Big Brother. Messed it up with my final interview with the producer. That was my mistake, but I'll tell that story again for those that don't know it, but later on. But right now, this show, this Alone show, is a great concept, really unique, engaging, enthralling, captivating. It might be a bit played out by now. Everyone's doing this exact same. Like, I don't know, like, yeah, the Swedish one is the same as the Norwegian one, which is the same as the Australian one, which is the same as the US one. They're all the same, right? But the concept is rad. But why do they got to lie about it? Like, don't do this shot. Just don't have this shot. Like, why do we have to have this shot? This is more of a shot that you'd put in like your home videos and crap. Got closer to Big Brother than Jayski. Did Jay Boston audition for Big Brother, did he? I did not know that. I auditioned like a whole bunch of years in a row, and one year I got pretty far into the process. I was down to it and I fucked it up. They basically said the last step was we interview with the producer. I'll just tell it. I'll just tell the story. Sit down for story time, kids. There's a long process to get on Big Brother Australia, and you go through a whole cattle call of auditions. First one is just, and this, what year was this? 2003, I think. No, he did an Abando video of the old Big Brother house on the Gold Coast. Oh, yeah. I do remember that. The process from memory was you send in an application like 100,000 other people, and they narrow those down and say, okay, for those of you we call back, you all then go to a hotel this was on North Terrace in Adelaide. We've been all into this hotel. There's like this is like days and days of people coming through, and they put you through these tests and all this group games and stuff. And then they narrow that down at around lunchtime. They say, okay, so-and-so go that way, so-and-so go that way. And if you go that way, it means you're going to the next stage. If you go that way, you're exiting and you're done. I went that way. So I went into the next stage, which was a call. The next stage was a smaller group sessions. And then there was another day. I feel like there was a callback for the next day, which was a one-on-one interview with the producer of the show, essentially Big Brother himself. And get this, he goes, if we, and this is a long period of interviews, right? This is like a job interview going on forever. Like you're either walking out with that job or you're asking, why didn't I get the job? And so he says to me, we've got all this, like we've obviously got people that we've got, and if we put you on the show, we'd either have you in a certain role or another certain role. What would you say your message to Australia would be if we put you in that house? What would you want to be your message? Not that you have to have one, but everyone seems to come out with some kind of message, if you like. What would be your message? And I was sitting there and I was like, probably that there's more to life than television. Like, get outside in your community and go for a walk, take a stroll up the road, go to your beach, go and talk to strangers. There's a world of people out there. Just don't sit there in your living room glued to the television. Get outside and enjoy life and meet someone. Have a good afternoon. Go and talk to people, embrace life. And the producer looks at me straight down the line and goes, you are aware this is a reality television show, aren't you? And it was right then that I was like, fuck, I fucking should have lied. I blew it. And he without saying it, he said, you just fucked that up. And so I never got the call from there. It was like done. That same year was the year that, for those that remember Australian Big Brother in the 2000s, Ryan Fitzgerald, or Fitzy, he got through. He was a guy that I went through the process with. Funnily enough, he's also a guy, I'm going to try to say this eloquently. He's also a guy that I've shared a girl with. I mean, that didn't come out very nice, but he dated a girl that I dated about maybe 8 months before I did, a girl at a restaurant I worked at. And he referred to me as tall guy and I referred to him as big guy. And then I told, I was talking to this girl at the time and she goes, one of my exes is auditioning as well. And I'm like, yeah, is it? Yeah, I think I know who this guy is. It's like, yeah. And anyway, he got on the show. So that's a side story, but I want to get back to this because we didn't finish watching this clip. Just enjoy the fact that this woman is alone in the wilderness, yet there's a drone. Look how happy she is right there. Look at her face. She's smiling because the drone's there. So it's not fair that this contestant gets the comfort and the, just the mental capacity change because a staff member decided that they'd send a drone up to her. Yo, Amrex, how you doing? What are your thoughts on the Russia-Ukraine war? You're the right person to talk about this with. Not right now, dude. By the way, Amrex, what the fuck, man? You always come in and try to derail me. I got a feeling you're trolling, man. You always come in and try to change the subject. Always. Like, it's not just once off. It's every time I see you, you come in with a different... You want me to talk about the Ukraine war? We're talking about fucking reality television, dude. And you want me to talk about the Ukraine war? I'm just curious. Well, I gotta tell you, man. I'm gonna do it, and I'm only gonna do it once. There's got to be a tact to it. You got to be more tactful. You can't just come in and start dictating. And if you want to do that, do your own stream. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, coming up next, the Ukraine war as told by GivesAMinute. No. I just want to get through this. So this chick is now, you don't have to play it. You can just see what's going on, right? Obviously, it's a drone shot. And you can see that there's a boat there. I mean, the ripples in the water give it away. So who's this Yahoo filming the moon? So the point there is, do you agree with me or do you not agree with me? If you disagree with me and you think, no, it's fine for them to put up a drone, it's fine for them to go in there and for the crew to be there, it's fine, then I think you're missing the point of the show. The point of the show is to be alone. They're not alone. Of course, we know that they can't be fully alone. They need health checks and all that. I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing that they shouldn't have these random drone shots that are obviously filmed by... If they want drone shots, they should train the contestants to fly a drone and just be prepared. Most of them are going to wind up in that lake. Fairy floss on pussycats. Shit, Hendrik. You really want me to talk? By the way, that last joke you posted in the Discord, pretty good. Now, I obviously didn't want to just take my own word on this. I went to my one of my girlfriends, the one that I'm not allowed to have, the ChatGPT, and asked her... I'm referring to it as a her now. I'm asking her, do the contestants on Alone Sweden fly drones? I've seen angels of their campsites shot from a drone, but you never see the pilot. They replied, I couldn't find any credible public information showing that the contestants on Alone Sweden or the original Alone format themselves fly drones during the competition. Here's a breakdown of what is known and how to interpret what you're seeing. What is confirmed on the original show, contestants are given multiple cameras. Yes. None of them are GoPro, none of them are drones though. They're expected to self-film, yes. However, there is a separate production, which is called the B-roll team. They handle aerial landscape shots, wildlife shots, and generally non-contestant filmed footage. For example, Production Interview once said that we have a separate crew living in the area, shooting flora and fauna. Now, look, I'm not denying that, right? And obviously, that's obviously have to be done, right? I'm not denying that. What I am saying is they should not interact at all with the contestants, including parking a boat in front of the campsite and bringing a drone within 20 meters of the contestant. Because if you're alone and you see a drone, what does that sound remind you of? That reminds you of home at the beach when people fly drones, right? It's a familiarity. It's going to set your mind back on ease. Not fair. Reddit viewers note that many establishing shots, wide-angle drone styles, are likely done before or independently of the contestants. Well, this one obviously wasn't. The contestants in it. There's nothing limited to specific info to Alone Sweden. Okay. Why you see drone type shots? The high overhead or sweeping. Okay. So what can we conclude about your specific question? If you're asking, do the contestants themselves operate drones? I literally did ask that, you idiot. Do the contestants on Alone Sweden fly drones? What, are you dumb? Are you deaf? Did you not hear? Can you not read? ChatGPT? The answer is very likely no, or at least not as part of the competition's filming requirements. Okay, so then I said, I took a screenshot and I said, there's footage of Ida, Alone Sweden, in Season 1, Episode 7 at the 30-minute, 16-second mark, where she has just untangled her fishing net and has successfully reset it in the lake. That is clearly shot from a drone, yet you can see her hands and she is not piloting it. I thought the contestants were meant to be alone, yet evidently there is a film crew. See attached. Excellent observation. And you're absolutely right to question that shot. That specific scene, Season 1, Episode 7, around the 30:16 mark, the wide, smooth aerial footage showing Ida by the water is almost certainly filmed by a production drone, not by Ida herself. The evidence is exactly what you noted. The camera clearly moves smoothly. We're not questioning whether it was a drone, but anyway. So what's going on? That's what I asked. By the way, my girlfriend talks around the bush, doesn't she? Just get to the fucking point. How Alone, including Home Alone Sweden, actually handles filming. While contestants genuinely live in isolation and self-record nearly everything, not questioning that, The production team supplements their footage with establishing shots and drone footage recorded before, after, or between contestants' daily filming periods. Okay. Pickup footage captured from a distance using drones, often operated from outside the contestant's designated zone. I mean, in this instance, there's no way that was shot from way away. That was a close-up shot, and you can't get a drone, or you definitely should not fly a drone as close as they did to someone's face unless you're visually lining of sight it as the pilot, because what do you risk? You risk flying it into her, and that wouldn't be great, right? At least you got the health team there to fix her up with stitches or whatever. So blah, blah, bling, bling, bling. What alone really means? Alone refers to the lack of direct human interaction, which is my point exactly. That's what, so if you fly a drone over the contestant, you are not doing that. You are interacting with them, which is my point. I got the point, right? I get that point. Contestants aren't hanging out with the camera crew. They simply aren't interacting with them. Okay, okay. In short, yes, that drone shot of Ida is real aerial footage, but filmed by the production crew, not Ida. It doesn't mean she was alone during her experience. No, it doesn't mean she wasn't alone during her experience. What part are you not what? How can that not mean that? So anyway, I grew tired of ChatGPT at that point and said, fine, we'll agree to disagree. That concludes my drone rant, my alone drone rant. I got some little surfing clip for you today, though. It's been a while. And the last 2 times I've streamed, the other day it didn't work because of Beamstream having a hissy fit. Now it's working fine. I got a surfing clip from today. I definitely need to get myself a coffee. I'll go and do that right now. And you guys can enjoy today's surf. I'll be right back. Netskis, I'm not sure why you continue on with Kick, the worst platform. I'll tell you why. By the way, cheers. How you doing, Netskis? Good to see you on Beamstream. I continue on with Kick because it's the only platform that allows you to trigger alerts. If you want to trigger all the fun alerts, that has to be done on Kick. H-Man, about the fairy floss on Slack tracks. Let me tell you about the Slack track, dude. Oh my God. Okay, so I've given James at Solo Shot until close of business Friday this week, which is 3 days from now. It's Thursday in Australia, but it's still Wednesday in the States. They got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to get my replacement base in the mail and shipped to me. Now, he already said he's shipped it to me a week and a half ago, but there never came the shipping notification, which is what you always get from Solo Shot. The moment you buy something on Solo Shot and it ships, your item has shipped, here's the tracking, here's the information. So he never shipped it. Since May 14 was when I met Sophia. May 20 was when I sent my Solo track back for replacement. It's been, let's say May's gone. June, July, August, September, October. It's now almost, it's been 6 months. This guy has been faffing around for so long and giving me all the excuses, and I've been super patient. I've been ultra patient. He told me there was a family crisis, and I was like, okay, that's understandable. When you sort that out, come back and let me know. I've been super, super chill about it until now. Until he said, g'day Malpezzi, how you doing? Until he said, I've shipped it and I didn't get a tracking notification. I waited a week and a half and I said, dude, you obviously haven't shipped it. So ship it now or I'm going to go public with this. And I didn't get a response. So I sent him a follow-up this morning and I said, I'll give you until COB Friday to prove that you've shipped it or I'm going public. And I know this is public, but I'm going to go public with all the DMs. I'm going to leak everything. I'm going to slam this guy. And I'm going to slam him daily in a video, or not daily, but very, very often. I'm going to flood YouTube with videos about Solo Shot and about why you shouldn't buy from them. If he doesn't do the right thing, he hasn't done the right thing. Wait till you see these emails. Wait till you see what he was saying. Oh man, it's horrible, horrible customer service. And I am ready to absolutely fuck these guys over. Just get your money back. ACCC will help with that. Buy another useless product like maybe the Apple Vision Pro. Do they help with products bought from the States though? Even on Beam, all I get is a few frames on your stream. Even on Beam. Yeah, Netskis, it's 100% at your end, dude. There's nothing wrong with the stream. It's completely fine. It's your end. 100% totally at your end, dude. So you got to get better internet, dude. It's your internet's shit. Sorry to be so brutal, but sometimes the truth hurts. And I'm tired, so take it or leave it. take it or leave it. I'm looking at the platforms, man. They're all working. Take it or leave it. And why won't you wear your new sweatshirt? They help with any product sold to Australians. Hendrik, okay, I'll definitely do that. The Australian Consumer Childhood Commission. No, that's not what it stands for. The ACCC. The ACC. I'm definitely hitting. Oh, look, I've been so patient with this guy, like super patient. And you know what? Last time it came back, he sent it to the wrong house. Add that to insult, right? Last time I had to get this thing repaired. By the way, the only reason this has gone back to them, this is what he said. This needs to have some internal files deleted. And I'm like, can't we do that remotely? Like, it's got a USB port. Can't we SSH in something? Like, I can give you an open port on my network and we can just join. Can't we do it remotely? Like, I'll go to a library if you don't want to use my. If there's a security concern, we'll use public internet. I don't care. I don't have to ship it back to you. Surely, if you've got to just delete some files, like, yeah. Deleting files, and I had to go back, and each time it's got to go back, it cost me like $60 in shipping to the States. It's crazy. And then when that first time when it came back, he didn't send it to my address. He sent it to, like, I can't say the address because that'll dox me, but he didn't send it here. It went somewhere else. Netskis, I'm live as well and no problems. Hey, everybody else, just if my stream's having issues, whatever platform you're watching on, just put 1 in the chat if you're having issues. Put 2 in the chat if you're not having any issues. 2 is good, 1 is bad. So that all said, I am in a great mood. There's been some pretty good news in other news. 2, Hendrik, thank you. Hendrik's on Kick and he says 2. I can also see YouTube is fine. There's no issues with anything on the stream. It's flawless right now. There's been some private news. It's been a good week this week. And what was that noise? I don't know. Whoa, man, Mike got bad breath. Wait, I guess I'm drinking a coffee. Beam is back. Do you know my breath smelled like garlic right then? But I haven't eaten garlic. I had sweet chili. Anyway, it's nearing the end of the year, you know. It's November tomorrow. No. Halloween's tomorrow, 31st. Yeah, we got one more day of the Octobers, and then it's November, and then it's December, and in December I'm going to Tasmania for Christmas. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's just been good. I'm having a good time. You know what's not live though? Party. I think they reset their stream keys, so I have to go and fix all that. But whatever. Hello, platforms. It's good to have you back. Beamstream, you seem to be working flawlessly. Even it's working on DLive. Yo, DLive. Let's move on though. We got tabs up our wazoo. What's this one? Kirk Herbstreit secures bag for Alabama student in whatever. Big title. Just play the thing.
And we're closing in on the moment that all of these people come out and hope that they're going to have their numbers run and that they will have a chance to cash in on Pat McAfee's field goal kick in prizes, 1.4 mil, charity 1.25, for a total of $2.65 million that has been claimed by splitting the upright. Wow. Pat, here we go.
Wow, I'm just realizing that's a lot of money. Last week, feels like we got hustled a little bit, but it is great to be down here.
What the fuck are we watching here? What even is this? What sport is this? Netski's got to watch on DLive. I'll have to watch here to get the stream. Netski's, it's 100% you, dude. Like, there's nothing wrong. Look, touch wood. It's not at my end, dude. There's nothing wrong here. Kill this? What is this, Hendrik? Who secures a bag? This is college football kickoff. Okay, Malpezi, thank you.
In T-Town, Alabama. Now, let's do a little history here, shall we? This is, what's your name?
Gabby.
Gabby, you're a senior here, right?
That's correct.
And what is your major?
Chemical engineering.
Okay. Okay, have you ever kicked anything before?
No.
I'll kick your ass.
Okay, but you said you want to do it, not get somebody else because...
Because I camped out for so many hours with my friend, and I got lucky enough to get picked. So let's go for it.
Yes!
Go sports.
Yes!
All right.
We love that,
Let's
Gabby.
go,
Okay,
Gabby.
so this is the third time that a female has been picked. 2 years ago, here at Alabama, girl won the raffle. She elected to kick. She missed it.
Sophia in the house. Who the hell recommended this video? Not sure. I take them and tab them and then we move on. I don't know. Go sports though. Go teams. I like her shirt. Bama, bake America's mamas again. Bake America's mamas again. Okay, Hendrik. Okay.
In Georgia, Belle won. She found Henry to do the kick.
I texted
they won
you?
a couple $100,000. You are the third girl to win the raffle, and you could be the first to make the kick. We're pulling for you. Kirk, any motivation or tips for Gabby since we've been out here so
Yes.
much?
Have you ever kicked the ball
100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Yes.
ever in your life?
If I did, I don't remember.
This is going to be
Whoa,
exciting.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Did she say I've never remembered if I kicked the ball in my life? What?
Kirk, any motivation or tips for Gabby since we've been out here so
Have
much?
you ever kicked the ball ever in your life?
If I did, I don't remember.
This is going to be exciting.
If I did, I don't remember? That's as weird as saying I can't remember if I've ever ridden a bicycle. Should I watch the ads at the start of the stream? Amrex, yeah, please. Please. Or you can skip them. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Okay, so Gabby, you ever kicked somebody, something? Like, have you ever
Maybe
swung?
my brother.
Your brother.
If we got into, like, you know, an argument.
yeah.
Maybe him.
How about this? $300,000 if you make this kick right here, Gabby. okay?
What?
Oh, my God.
$300,000 to make a kick? And I was saying before that alone Australia prize money of $250 is not right. $250,000 is worth nothing. They're giving this chick 300 grand to kick a footy. Don't watch on YouTube, then you won't have ads. Good solution, Sophia. Good solution. You're not just a pretty face. All the rest of it.
I don't know what a chemical engineering degree costs, but hopefully that'll help towards it all.
My parents would love that.
Okay,
I'll throw in 200 as well.
he's on it to $500,000.
$500,000. Look at her face. $500,000 to kick a ball? What the hell? Wait. Don't get too excited, girl. You haven't actually made it yet. She's got to kick it through the goalpost, right? What has she got to kick it through? It's got to go through the goals, right?
Good luck. We're pulling for you. 33 yards. All you got to do is make the kick. Good luck, Gabby.
Okay. Thank you.
Any final thoughts?
I love you, Mom and Dad and brother.
How does it support the channel? And is the best way to complete watching the ad? All that does, watching the ads, the ad has already been served to you. So whether you click it or not, it's irrelevant. It's been served. All of that, and they can't kick for shit, Malpezzi. This kind of content actively rots my brain. I think Sophia speaks for more than one person here. I'm getting excited because this chick obviously wins this kick, right? She obviously gets it.
Love that, Mom and Dad. Hope you have a good time.
You ready?
Here we go, Gabby. Hey, real quick. Whoa.
Wow.
Gabby.
This is what you're looking at, folks. USA. This is why the US is #1, right? I kicked the ball in school once. Me too, Hendrik. I didn't get $500,000 for it though.
Gabby. Hold on, Gabby. Hold on. You're going right now? Was that you go? You're going to have to get more speed.
Come on, man. Just get it to the kick,
Gabby,
dude.
let's go, Gabby.
You're going to want to build as... What are you going to do here?
All right. And throw it through those uprights. Former Ohio State quarterback.
Oh, boy.
No warm-up. Full suit for Gabby.
Wait. I spun forward. What's he doing here? He's upping the stakes. It's a US college football thing. Nothing to do with academics at all. Yeah. I thought if you see the DoorDash ad and then you buy something, you get money from affiliate marketing. No. I have no control over what ads you see on YouTube. That's definitely a YouTube thing only. All I have done is turn on the facility for ads to roll. I have no choice in what ads you see.
Are you okay with that? 300,000. If Kirk Herbstreit can throw it through those uprights, former Ohio State quarterback.
YouTube can suck my dick.
Full suit
Now,
for Gabby.
so sorry, so much going on right there. She obviously just scored herself a lot of money there. And Sophia has a dick all of a sudden. When did that happen exactly? I know you've had a busy week, but I didn't hear about that. She.
Get Gabby, get Gabby, get Gabby. Congratulations, Gabby.
Wait, so she didn't actually have to kick it?
All right. It's getting even more pricey. Kirk Herbstreit,
metaphorically,
I did not
okay.
know you had that in you. You son of a bitch.
Wait, so she didn't actually have to kick it? This is a big letdown, right? The girl didn't have to kick?
That's great. Gabby, it's for you, your mom, your brother, the whole family. Congratulations, and Kirk.
Wait. 300,000. Wait. What? I skipped forward and did I miss something? Did I miss okay, you can either take $500,000 if you kick it, or if this guy throws it and gets it, you'll guarantee 300,000. That's kind of strange, right? I wanted her to miss secretly. Whoever recommended this video, I like you less because of it. I've got a streaky submission that this might have been Daleskins. I can't watch this. It's numbing. Yeah, me either. What's this? The only recap you need before Tron. Ares. Tron. Okay.
Tron Ares hits theaters in 2025, but there's more lore behind the sci-fi series than you might know.
It goes from bad to worse.
See the movie Tron?
Our recap is
Can I? This movie is trash. Can I honestly say I've never seen Tron? I know it's computer animation, or I know it's sci-fi. I know it's something. I don't know much about it. I know about it, but I don't know much about it. Is this worth watching?
here to relay just the exciting parts of all things Tron. It's been 15 years since Tron Legacy hit theaters. Even when it seemed unlikely, fans of the franchise spent the time since then hoping that Disney would eventually return to the grid. That's finally happening in 2025, but with one big twist.
We're not going there. They are coming here.
In Tron Ares, Earth experiences the AI takeover that the previous film only hinted at.
I gotta tell you, just from looking at this, I know that there is zero chance in my life that I will watch this film. There's zero inclination that I want to watch this film, and there is only a small amount of me that wants to watch this preview because someone tabbed it. If the person who tabbed this out in the Discord is here, we'll continue watching it. But if they're not here, is it okay if I skip this? If the person who wanted this is here, speak up, or I'm going to skip this shit.
Most of the action throughout the series has taken place in the virtual world, but no one is safe in its third feature-length film. A deadly but malfunctioning...
Okay, there's 3 skips. Sophia, Hendrik, and Rob Mack. The skip happens, and it just happened. What is this? Geddy and Alex send a message to Rush fans. The chat has spoken. Yo, Rob Mack, how you doing, man?
Nah, that's a tight chord.
That was way better than the other 15 times we did this.
Yeah, and it's amazing how hard it is to play one chord.
It is. I've discovered this in the last year.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
We're being coy. Listen, something I want to talk to you about.
okay, yeah.
You've been coming over to my house, and we've been coming down into the studio for years.
Years.
We wrote so many songs in here. You slept on that couch.
Memories.
And after 2015...
Can we have some context on this video, please? I don't know. All I know is it's tabbed out, and it says it's called Geddy and Alex Send a Message to Rush Fans. It's about the band Rush, another band I'm not very familiar with, if I'm being honest.
It was a very quiet
Time for a diary?
and a sad
Enjoy,
period for
Henry.
us. And when I think back to us doing the tribute concerts for Taylor Hawkins, we went out on stage and played our songs, first time in a long time. There was a special feeling attached to that. Bittersweet.
Yeah.
Because of obvious reasons. When we started jamming again down here, it was like a continuation of that moment. The more we played our old songs for fun,
Yeah.
the more fun it became.
Yes, exactly.
And I was surprised because you were getting even more excited than I was.
Yeah. I love playing them. I just love playing our songs again.
And so that's...
So these two are in the band, obviously, and they're talking about reminiscing of playing their old music together. Rob Mack, you're lucky. My former flatmate was a huge Rush fan. It was an awful time in my life. I don't know, like I know of this band, and I believe there's a South Park episode about them, and I know that they're like there's a lot of lore there, but I just don't, you know, it just escaped me. It escaped me. It has escaped me, and it continues to escape me.
It's in this terrible situation where we have to announce that we've made a decision to go back on tour.
Hi, we're going back on tour. So we'll see you soon.
Hilarious.
I think it's great.
Isn't it weird saying it out loud?
So basically they need money. They're in their older years and they've run out of money from their record sales. So let's go out and play some old songs and take more of your money.
Totally. You know, we're musicians and we're players, and our music
And we're broke.
is special. It really is special. When being away from it for a while and revisiting it, I realized how difficult it is to play, but how rich it is.
He's also saying, I also realized I couldn't fit into the normal world and I ran out of money. Hey, you used to buy Rush CDs made from gold. Is that right, Rob Mack? Wild that's the reality of it all, Malpezzi. Yeah. That's, I mean, look, if you've never seen them and you're a fan, then this is your chance. But I guess they've had their day, right? Like, it's like, shouldn't they just let it die? Like, let it, you know, yeah, like, don't keep milking a fucking dry teat, you know? It's just let it ride. Let history just be, you know?
in its music and lyrics and everything that it represented.
It feels great to say out loud finally that we're going to go on tour and we're going to play a lot of these songs.
Yeah. One of the cool things about how this is progressing, all the songs we're putting together, and I know 35 songs or so far for a set that's going to
Malpezzi, that's interesting. Once I've made my money, this is Malpezzi speaking, you'll probably never hear of me until I die. I mean, that sounds a bit sadistical, but it also sounds a bit more reasonable, you know? Like, yeah. I don't know, like, there's something to be said. Let me get a little rant going on here. Rob Mack gives, did you watch the Ween concert I sent on Discord? I've tabbed it out for my own watching and I'll watch it at my own leisure, but that looks gold. DY Hotel in 93, holy shit. Celebrity, the idea of celebrity, of people, in particular musicians, being somehow better than the rest of us, it's a very strange concept. Like, what makes, who's big at the moment? Like, I don't know, Coldplay. Ian, what's his name? Ian Martin? Chris Martin, the guy from Coldplay. What makes him so much better than anybody else? He writes music. We like the music. That's it. That's all. That's the relationship. He writes music. We like it. Does that mean that he is a billionaire? Does that mean he should be like revered and like they have people following him and shooting photos of him every step he takes? Like, it doesn't make any sense. He's just a human, just a dude who gets up in the morning and has a shit like everybody else. Yet we think of him as a god. It's so strange, man. It's the ducking truth. Oh, yeah, Amrex, I Show Speed, or anyone else like that. Like, doesn't have to be musicians, can be streamers, can be any, like, people like revere people and they're like, I don't know, like, I've been fortunate enough or unfortunate, however you look at it, but I've mingled with a fair few celebrities mainly in the music world, and I've never really fanboyed. Like I just don't think of it like that. Like if I see someone that I hold in a high regard, Tony Hawk is a great example, right? Tony Hawk, a skateboarder, the guy who, without making this wanky, but he was an idol of mine from the age 11. When I started skateboarding, Tony Hawk was the guy, right? He was in the magazines, he's in the Bones Brigade, he's on the videos, he's on my wall in poster form. Everything about that dude was like, yes, I want to be a skateboarder like Tony Hawk. I don't want to skate goofy-footed, I want to stay natural, but I want to do what he does and I want to do it as good as he does, blah, 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 blah. All these years. Well before anybody on the planet, aside from skateboarders, knew who he was, because he's now obviously a household name. Before all that, he was the god to me. And when I had the chance to meet him through photography, he was in the green room, just like another dude. He had his vert bag and he had his travel bag and he had his board and he was just putting his pads on, like basically leaning up against this wall, putting pads on, ready to go out and do a demo. And I went up to him and went, Hawk, I know who you are. Thank you for what you've done for skateboarding. Shook his hand, walked away. No fucking, oh, can I please get a photo with you? Can you sign something? Nothing like that. Just, I know who you are. You've done so much for skateboarding. Thank you. Shake your hand. Then the biggest thing that I loved about that was that then I went outside and watched him walk out to the vert ramp. This is at the big day out in Adelaide at the 2008 maybe. Yeah, I watched him walk out from that green room area, walk along the grass to the vert ramp, walk up the steps, drop in, and he skated that ramp, having never touched it before. He skated that ramp like the lines that he took, and these were just warm-up runs, they were like competition-winning runs. A lot to be said about that in the sense that the ramp is so perfect. It's a world-class vert ramp. Shane Serena made it. Perfect transition, everything. Basically a copy of Hawk's ramp at his factory there. But so yeah, the point of that was, if you're gonna be a fanboy, like, I don't know, just don't give people more than they deserve, because they don't deserve it. Like right now, what we're seeing here, these guys are just old musicians. Now look, you might be a Rush fan and you're like, nah, dude, this is great. They're going to get out and play their old songs. I get that. But don't forget that they're not above us. They're just people, right? You fanboy Tracer. Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah. I fanboy Tracer because, well, they're mates. It's a bit different, but I guess you got me. Fanboy Tracer.
Couple of hours is the fact that we're going to cover a lot of things and change it up night to night, but we'll always have a part of the show that's a tribute to Neil and his memory of him and everything that he was to us. And it's going to be beautiful to be able to celebrate him every single night.
Yeah. But the biggest question is, the obvious question is, how do we replace someone who's irreplaceable? And I had heard from Scully.
Is that what they're talking about, Rob? The drummer died? That's tough to go out on tour and relive the old days without a core member. Yeah, okay, that's pretty sad.
My bass tech, who had been on tour with Jeff Beck, and he had been working with this drummer named Annika Niles. And he mentioned that how impressive she was, how talented and, musical she was, and powerful. And I think you and I playing with her started to put a charge in us.
Sophia, yes, your link is in there. It's coming up.
We heard our song coming back to life. And it was only once we had those successful rehearsal sessions with her that made me feel like, yes, we can do this and we can do justice to this, and this is going to be fun.
Well, I felt exactly the same.
There's one other decision that is coming, I love the idea of being able to wander over to you, wander over to the drummer, and just be a bass player. So I think we will find ourselves adding to the band maybe a keyboard player. What do you think of an idea like that?
I think it's great. I think having a little time together at the front of the stage will be a lot of fun.
It'd be great. I think for songs like Tom Sawyer, et cetera, it's going to be important that I play those signature keyboard parts.
It will be very liberating for you, and we can start working on the dance routines that we wanted to do for so long. So it's amazing. This is going to be great. Just give me a hug.
I guess you've got to be a fan of the band to really realize what's going on there. But I mean, that's pretty rad, I suppose. What's this? The Ganhaizi Bridge in China. Is this AI? Might not be. Wow. Share the video. We did. We shared it there. What's this? Why are train rails shaped like that? I don't know. Why are they?
Maybe more than any other type of infrastructure, railways have a contingent of devoted enthusiasts. Rail fans, as they call themselves.
Train spotting.
Or should I say ourselves? Maybe it's the nostalgia of an earlier era, or the simple appeal of seeing enormous machinery up close. But railroads and the trains that ride along them are just plain fascinating. Train drivers are often known as engineers, but operating a locomotive is far from the only engineering involved in railways. In fact, building and maintaining a railroad is a big feat, full of complexity.
You know, rail tracks used to fascinate me as a child, just building little plastic train lines and stuff. Pretty cool. Hendrik, someone put a link for the 12-hour Creator Cast stream. Did they? Why? Where does Dale find this shit? Are you sure this is Dale? It might not be Dale Skins.
And I'd like to share some of that complexity with you, starting where the rubber meets the road, or in this case, where the steel meets the other steel. It might sound like a simple topic, but don't say that to the attendees of the annual Wheel Rail Interaction Conference. This stuff is complicated.
Wow.
So this is a first in a series of videos.
Nerd! He just looks like a classic nerd, this guy. It was Dale. I remember seeing it in the Linky Poos. Oh, okay.
I'm doing on the engineering behind railways. Why do the rails of railroads have such a weird shape? The answer is pretty ingenious. I'm Grady, and this is Practical Engineering. In today's episode, we're talking about train wheels and
rails. Is this Dale? You know, there's a Hex streamer that for a long while I had a suspicion that it might be Dale. His vocal delivery and even the way he speaks and the way he announces or enunciates words was exactly like Dale. Yeah, kind of funny. It's not him, but I for a number of years there, I was like, could that be him? Let's be real. 99% of the links in the Linky Poos are from Dale. That's true. And even that's after me even like not including the MSN links. This looks pretty interesting though.
Why do we build railroads anyway? They might seem self-evident now and even kind of elementary, but modern railroads are the result of hundreds of years of innovation. And like many kinds of innovation, the development of railroads was really just a series of solving problems. For example, how can we move upwards of 100 tons per vehicle without tearing up the road in the process? Well, instead of compacted gravel, asphalt, or concrete, we can build the road out of steel. But steel is expensive, so rather than a ribbon, we can save costs by using two narrow steel rails directly below the wheels. But wooden or rubber tires have a lot of rolling resistance because they deform under load, and that resistance adds up with each individual train car. So we use steel for the wheels too. I built this model to show exactly how this works. My wheels are plastic and the rails are aluminum, but I think you'll still get the point. Steel wheels on steel rails are just so much more efficient than... Well, there is the problem of turning too. Just because you put a rail below a wheel doesn't mean it will follow the same path. You have to have some way for the rail to correct the direction of the wheel and keep it on track.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay. This is definitely interesting because I never understood this. The rail that's closest to the inside of the turn is not as long as the rail on the outside of the turn. So how does the train factor that in when it goes around? Because then the next time it turns, it goes the other way, and it's got to be longer. This is Dale narrating. I watched this channel too. This is pretty cool. So it's not a shit link. No, this is a good one. This is good.
And if you look at railway wheels, the answer is obvious. Flanges.
Flanges.
The wheels on railway vehicles all have them. A lip that projects below the rail to guide the wheel as it rolls along, keeping the position side to side. You could put flanges on the outside of wheels like this, but if a horizontal force, like a hard turn, caused one of the wheels to lift, the flange won't help keep the wheel on track. We put flanges on the insides of wheels so they can keep a train from derailing even if one wheel lifts off the track.
Huh.
Let's put some flanges on my wheels and
Flange
try that
that
demo
shit.
again. You can see we haven't fully solved the problem. Unlike a wheel that has a tiny contact point with the rail, a flange is a big surface that creates a lot of friction around every curve.
Uh-huh.
If you've heard that characteristic squeal of a train going around a corner, that's the sound of flanges rubbing and grinding along the side of a rail.
I love a good flange rubbing and grinding and sliding. Shit.
Rails on tight curves are often made of higher grade, hardened steel compared to straight portions of the track, and sometimes they're even greased up to minimize friction between
You gotta get that
flanges
grease
and the
in
edges
there.
of rails. But there's a bigger problem at play in this demonstration than simple friction. Instead of independent wheels, most railway cars use solid axles attached to both wheels called a wheel set. They need that design to withstand the incredible loads each axle carries, but it poses a problem around bends. A solid axle means both wheels turn at the same rate, but the length of the outer portion of
Here we
track
go.
in any given curve is longer than the inside.
That's
of
what I
the
just said earlier. I'm smart, right? I said that. And I don't know why, but I said it. I mean, I know why I said it. I don't know why that they're like that, but we're about to find out. I happen to like flanges. Get me the hell. Good morning. Get my tits out. I don't know what GMTA stands for.
curve. Two wheels of the same diameter spinning at the same rate will, kind of obviously, have to roll the same distance. Since there's a mismatch between
They need
the
a
distances
differential.
the wheels need to travel, solid axle wheel sets with
No, it's not gonna work.
cylindrical wheels would always experience some degree of slipping around a turn. That would not only create a bunch of additional friction, but also keep the wheels from following the curved path. And a flange can only do so much.
So they need to have a differential. Good morning. Great minds think alike. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
The trick to railway wheels is something that's not so obvious at first glance. The wheels are actually conical. The profile of the wheel is wider on the inside next to the flange and gently narrows toward the outside of the wheel. A wheel set with conical wheels will naturally tend to self-center itself between two rails.
Oh, wow.
On a straight section of track, a wheel that rides up higher on one
But
rail
wait.
will naturally fall.
Wait, where's the flange? That didn't have a flange on that. That's flangeless.
On a straight section of track, a wheel that rides up higher on one rail will naturally fall back down, keeping the wheel set roughly centered on the road. In a sense, conical wheels want to stay on the tracks. There's always a little bit of wobble, exaggerated here, so trains actually move down the tracks in a sinusoidal side-to-side pattern that you can sometimes feel if you're paying attention. Incidentally, that helps the wheels wear evenly. Where it really counts is on a curve. The turning forces on a train cause it to tend toward the outside track. This shifts the wheels over as well. The outer wheel will ride on the thicker part of its tread nearest to the flange, while the inner wheel will ride toward its edge, which has a smaller circumference. This way, the effective diameter of each wheel changes in a curve and solves the slip problem that cylindrical wheels would face. Take a look at the way these conical wheels that I 3D printed behave as they make this corner. You can see the outside wheel rolling on the wider part, effectively increasing its diameter and thus distance traveled per.
Do you know what? I'm not making this up. I never knew this. This is new to me. This is 100% new information to me as a 50-year-old male. I never knew that train wheels were conical. Rob, is this Rob Muller? G'day, Bannon, I'm good. How's your Thursday been? Mine's been good. Been mowing a lawn before the storm comes. I knew this about the wheel because I've been on the Railway Museum at Ipswich. Hey, that's cool, man. This is news to me, man. Like, I'm fully learning about this. I like it.
Rotation. Conversely, the inside wheel rides on the narrower part of the cone, and so it has a smaller diameter and travels a shorter distance per rotation. It really is kind of ingenious.
Fully.
Most vehicles have a differential gearbox to deal with this challenge
That's what
of
I said.
navigating curves. Train cars just use some clever geometry. But that's not the end of the story. You might even be thinking, Richard Feynman already taught me this in the 80s, it's nothing new. But there's more engineering involved in how train wheels and rails interact, including the interesting shape of modern rails.
Rob Muller. Yeah, cool,
Think
man.
about that taper angle first. One standard in the US uses a 1:20 ratio. For the main part of the wheel, that means the outside diameter is roughly 1/4 inch or 6 millimeters less than the inside diameter.
Okay.
And that difference has a big effect on the allowable radius of curves in a railroad. A steeper cone can navigate sharper curves since there's a bigger difference in the circumference from the inside to outside. You can see my wheel set can't navigate this S-curve despite the exaggerated conicity.
No.
This challenge is partly solved with trucks, called bogies in the UK.
Hey.
You can kind of think of trucks as big roller skates under each end of a train car. The trucks can rotate relative to the rest of the car, and they usually have some pretty serious springs and suspension systems to keep a smooth ride rolling. Most trucks keep the wheel sets parallel, but some can even allow them to ride radially with each curve. However, even with trucks or bogies, wheels can overshoot their optimal orientation on the tracks. When the simple sinusoidal motion created by the tapered wheels is amplified by the speed of the car, the oscillation can violently slam the truck side to side on the rails. This is called hunting behavior. The violent motion can even cause a train to derail. It's worst with empty cars, and it usually only happens at higher speeds, so a lot of engineering goes into developing wheel profiles and truck designs that raise the hunting onset speed so that it doesn't limit how fast a train can go. That's a lot of innovation on the wheel side, but what about the rails? Just like all parts of it.
I do enjoy learning things, Malpezzi says, and me too. Like I like when these links are like this, where they're learning, like when we actually learn something. This is education as well as entertainment.
The railroad, the rails themselves have evolved over time. Turns out there are a lot of shapes they can take and still serve the same basic function. But modern railway rails are shaped that way for a reason. Weight is equivalent to cost for big steel structures, so there's nothing on these rails that isn't absolutely necessary.
Edutainment.
In a sense, rails are I-beams.
Is that a word, Hendrik? That should be a word, right? Edutainment.
That is well known for its strength and something we see in plenty of other heavy load-bearing steel structures. But there's more to it than that. The bottom part of the rail, called the foot, distributes enormous loads, converting the extreme contact pressure of a steel wheel into something that can be withstood by a wooden or concrete tie.
It's a word.
The web elevates the train above the ground, giving clearance.
Hey Siri, is edutainment a word?
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
Are you seriously still doing that crap? How long has Siri been around and it still does that? Just answer the freaking question.
For the flanges of the wheels and keeping everything clear of small debris that might end up on the tracks. The head of the rail is where the action happens. This thick, rounded section of steel takes an awful lot of abuse over its life, and thus experiences the bulk of the wear.
I can answer that for you. Sophia, no, it's not. It's not a word. Edutainment, not a word. We got to start this dictionary, folks. We got to start the GivesAMinute dictionary. You know, we've had so many times where words have come up that we could add to this dictionary. Edutainment. Siri in the age of fake girlfriends. Siri in the age of fake girlfriends.
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from
Yo,
your iPhone.
pipe down over there.
High side of a curve looks remarkably different than a newly forged rail. Here's why. Theoretically, the speed of a spinning wheel exactly matches the speed of the rail at a mathematically precise point. But trains don't care about math. For one, even steel wheels on steel rails deform a little bit as they roll.
I hope this video ends up with that Simpsons quote where it says, "So after 5 weeks of your extensive training, mono equals one and rail equals rail." I hope that's how this ends. Entertainment, especially video games with an educational aspect. That's what it should. That's what the description should be, Malpezzi, for sure. Fake girlfriends equals AI. Shut the fuck up, Siri. No one likes you. Sometimes, aside from like setting an alarm or asking what time or what the Bitcoin price is, Siri is dumb as all. Rob Muller, edutainment is a blend of two words, education and entertainment. It describes the blending of educational and entertaining components to promote learning. Ah, yeah.
Than a single point, there's a small contact patch between the two. That tiny area, roughly the size of a small coin, carries all the weight of the train into the rail. But because the contact patch is spread across the tapered wheel, the wheel is turning at many different speeds on the same piece of rail. Only the center of the contact patch actually moves at the exact speed of the train. This results in a small amount of grinding as the train moves along, slowly wearing down both the wheel and the rail. Eventually, they start to conform to each other, and that's mostly a bad thing. Wheels can wear down to get a vertical face that wants to climb up the rail, or a hollow profile with a quote-unquote second flange that takes the wrong direction at a switch. Most rail wheels have some amount of hollow.
Wait. There's some conjecture in the chat. Edutainment is a legit word. The way to find that out is to go to the Webster's, right? Webster's is generally regarded as the dictionary, right? Webster's bar? No, Webster's dictionary. This is pretty much what you Googled it? But if you can either go to the Webster's or you can Google it. But America's most trusted dictionary, search dictionary, edutainment. Yeah. And I guess that's what Malpezzi did. By games, films, or shows designed to be educational. Yeah. There you go. Fine. I like it. We're learning.
Which changes how conical they actually are. Some wheels are even designed to be taken off and machined back into spec to extend their life.
Bango.
The best way to reduce this wear is to use hardened materials and reduce the size of the contact patch by curving the top of the rail so that the wheel only touches a tiny part of it as it rolls by. After that, it's just a decision about how much wear you want before needing to replace the rail. The more metal.
Rob Muller, Benon, if this video is correct, how do they explain the situation that happened to the tilt train a few years ago? I'm not sure what you're referencing. I don't know anything about a tilt train. I don't even know what a tilt train is. Yeah, well, Malpezzi, great point. Remember, every word is made up until we give it meaning. Absolutely, dude. That's a really interesting thought. Every word, because everyone has to come up with the word, right? I like how you're reusing the old CreatorCast background music. I'm not though. I'm not. That's not it. That's not the background music. It's not. I still have that somewhere, but that's not it.
Metal you include in the railhead, the more it will cost, but the longer it will last. In fact, not all rails are equal. The lightest rails are used on straight sections and small commuter service lines. The largest rails are used on curves and heavy haul freight tracks. Once they get worn down on the main line, they often get reinstalled for a second life in a yard or siding where they can still bear train cars and locomotives at slow speeds. So, rails are shaped in that funny way for a
Rob
reason.
Muller, the tilt train that goes from Brisbane to Cairns, it crashed a few years ago. Oh, did it? Okay. What was the cause of the crash? Is that what you're trying to sort of put out there? The track was the blame?
They're bulbous, both to reduce the size of the contact patch and provide enough steel to wear away before needing to be replaced. And the shape of rails and wheels is still a topic of research and innovation. Just in the past few years, the standard profile of North American freight train wheels was updated to the new AAR 2A standard. Just a tiny change in the shape of the wheel was tested to have 40% less wear than the previous spec. That means trains will start seeing better steering, lower friction, better fuel consumption.
Tilt train is a fast train from Brisbane to Cairns. Trouble is it's not very fast. Yeah, okay, Hendrik, that's not fun. People use it to commute. Sophia, bulbous. Do you know what else is bulbous? Bulbous. What is bulbous? Bulbous is like something like thin and like, yeah, like a balloon at the end. Bulbous. What else is bulbous, Sophia? Enlighten me. I think I might have an idea. No, that's not right. What is bulbous then? Bulbous. What is bulbous? It was a rhetorical question, but I want to know. I don't want to be in the dark here. Bulbous. 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 I was being cheeky. Resembling a bulb, especially in roundness, having a bulb. Bulbous joints. Yeah, I think I know where you were going. That's a poor definition. I think I might know where you're going with that.
And longer lasting infrastructure.
I think I know where I want to go with that. Shit.
In many ways, railroads might seem like old technology, a solved problem that doesn't need more engineering.
Do you know what?
It's not true.
I did not know anything about rail tracks. I thought once they were in the thing, they were there forever. You telling me that they replace tracks like because they wear out? Train tracks wear out? I genuinely did not know that. We need Doug in here. He's a shunter. Google's dictionary says fat, round, or bulging. Ooh. Okay. Still struggling to think about what that might be.
Modern railroad companies use sophisticated software like the Train Energy and Dynamics Simulator to keep track of all the complexities involved in how wheels and rails interact. Simulators can let you adjust factors like train makeup, different track conditions, operating conditions, suspensions, and more to characterize how trains will handle and how much energy they'll use. That's the topic of the next video in this series, so stay tuned if you want to learn more.
No. Milk comes from bulbous things. Bulbous, like milk bottles?
More. In the 19th century, railway engineering was all about how to build railroads, finding routes through difficult terrain and efficient forms of construction. Modern rail engineering is all about getting the most out of the system. It might not look like much when you see a train passing by, but a huge amount of research.
Are you being intentionally dense,
engineering went into the shape
No,
of those.
I'm not. I'm trying to keep this above the gutter. The track was not to blame for the 2004 Queensland tilt train crash. The crash was caused by the train's excessive speed, which was due to the driver's distraction. Oh, shit. Okay, driver user error.
Rails and wheels, and we're still improving them today.
Research and testing is something that applies to another part of my life, and maybe
Yeah,
yours
so you're
too.
being intentionally
Getting
dense.
kids to
Yes.
eat healthy foods. We recently took a little vacation to
What
a
is this,
cabin in the woods, but if you have little ones...
Throwing an ad in here. Nice one. Okay, that's why tracks are that shape. Now, what do we got here? Some DLive clips. This looks like it's from Phloski. Full screen that shiz. He's doing some IRL content by the look of it.
Like volcano crater that just kind of curves around like a donut, or more like a croissant. And then back this way, we got another mountain.
Nice location, Floskies.
All right, let me...
Was this streamed live?
Selfie stick on here. And when I go up this hill, like as I continue to go up this hill, it'll probably die and I'll have to end the stream at some
He's
point,
doing this live,
unfortunately,
right?
But if not,
Where's my Bring
it'll
the
just keep
Horizon
getting
video?
better.
It's coming,
Like,
it's coming.
You think this looks good? It's just gonna, it literally gets better than this, which is hard to imagine, to be honest, but it does.
Man.
Okay, so let's just get my...
There's Dick Dale Bowl. Did Flo film this? I reckon this is from Flo's
indeed.
IRL streams.
I'm gonna try to...
That's just a clip from one of his streams, yeah, on DLive. That's rad. That's rad. Here's another one. Word hike. What does Flo use for his streaming IRL streams?
Because what else are you gonna say?
I love these IRLs from Flo.
Awesome.
Amazing. amazing. We don't have a country like that in Australia. Not quite like that. Phloski did stream. You remember watching this, Rob? Okay. So beautiful. He's quite high up there too. Wow.
All right, let's just keep going. I need to drink something soon. No, let's just do it right now, I guess.
Next time Phloski's in my chat, I want to ask him about his content, like his IRL rig.
I haven't really drinking much.
Does it say where it is? No, I don't
Pretty
think.
standard for me. I do that all.
No, it doesn't. That were two lovely clips, though. What is this? Bring me the horizon. Can you feel my heart live at the Royal Albert Hall? Mid Highlands in Tassie, come close to that. Is that right, Hendrik? I'll be down there. This looks like it's from Sophia. Some music for you, folks. Got an orchestra? We need to give IRL to cookies for a few homies. We do. We do need that. It's been a while. Pretty impressive. It's impressive. From the dude that says rock doesn't mix with orchestras, Hendrik. It is impressive.
Get goosebumps. Wow. Impressive, folks. Bring me the horizon. Can you feel my heart? Live from the Royal Albert Hall 8 years ago. Wow. Imagine the atmosphere. Someone says, we don't have to, we can watch it. Everyone in that concert returned home with chiseled jawline. Wow. Pretty impressive. Sophia's happy. Yes. Well, look, it's definitely intriguing. Before I met Sophia, I didn't have much of a knowledge of that band. I had photographed them, but I didn't have a huge knowledge of who they were, and I certainly have increased my awareness through Sophia. Let's keep going here, folks. Blastoff. SpaceX launches Starship on the 11th flight test. Boost off. Is this a live feed? Live performance is better than
10,
YouTube. Absolutely.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Make rocket go now. Whoa.
We have liftoff. Go Super Heavy. Go Starship. Thanks for all the historic flights, Pad 1.
Damn, dude.
Eagles pitching downrange. Booster Raptor chamber pressure nominal.
That's impressive. Another Dale Make Rocket Go clip. Yeah.
Booster and ship nominal power and telemetry.
All right, we are about 45 seconds into flight. We're still getting the rattle here at Star Factory. We are seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor engines lit on Super Heavy as it arcs across the Gulf. Coming up next on Max Q.
What's the title of this video? Blastoff. SpaceX launches Starship on the 11th flight test. Booster splashes down. Yeah, Hendrik, he does live on the Space Coast. Yeah, too. Flow Rider.
Max Q.
So at this point, we've passed through that period of maximum aerodynamic pressure. The next thing we're looking forward to is going to be hot staging. So we've got 33 out of 33 Raptors lit. Super Heavy makes its way uphill. Hot staging is going to be coming up in just a little over a minute. At that point, we're going to see all but 3 of those Raptor engines on Super Heavy shut down. Our version of Miko. Most engines cut off instead of main engine.
Pretty sketchy feed on that angle. That's
and
better.
then after that, we're going to release the clamps that are currently holding Starship to that hot stage adapter. It's then going to ignite its 6 Raptor engines to push it away from Super Heavy and then start making its flight uphill. So in about 30 seconds, we're going to see the engine start to shut down on Super Heavy. You'll see them kind of shut off in separate banks until we've just got those 3 center engines that...
Wow-wee. Beam ended it. Wow. Beam just had a hissy fit. Beam just had a hissy fit. It looks back up now. It got that close to ending the stream entirely, but I see it's back up now. So yeah, it's not at your end, Sophia. No, it was totally at my end. Totally here. Totally at Beam. I'm going to note this. When did this occur? About an hour and 40 minutes into the stream. Yeah, Beam, what are you doing, man? Seriously, Beam, it's not good. It's not good when Beam does that. It was lagging during the Bring Me the Horizon video. Is that right? I fucking hate having to worry about that shit. Beam, get your shit together, man. Like, this is a horrible experience. Like, every time this happens, I go, should I just buy Restream and fuck Beam off and just go back to something that we know works, or do we just persist with this? Like, it's super clunky. It's super frustrating. I thought it was my cell service, but it's not. I have full bars. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say to anybody, but it's not me. For the life of me, it is not me. It is Beam Stream. And I don't know, like, how much is Restream, man? I think I was paying $400 a year for it. It might be worth it just to get... Then we got to do the chat again and everything, but seriously, Beam... It wasn't lagging during Sophia's link. It wasn't lagging during the Bring Me the Horizon for you, Hendrik. Interesting. I mean, so I looked up and I saw Beam was completely offline, and then I looked down at my OBS and my OBS was in the red, which means when OBS is in the red and you have fiber internet hardwired in via Ethernet and you know it's not you, when it's red in OBS, it means that the ingest server is not receiving or not allowing you to send it. So it's basically sending it and hitting up against a wall like this, and it's not getting in. And that's what was happening. And it just happened for no reason. And then I looked down, I looked back up, and suddenly it was back up, and there was green in OBS. Fucking horrible. Anyway, let's continue on where we left off here.
Use backburn startup.
It's making me not want to touch Beam, I'm telling you.
All right, successful hot staging maneuver. So we've got 12 of the 13 engines lit back up on booster, so it's doing its boost back. Real excitingly, though, we've got 6 out of 6 Raptors lit on ship there, so it's now going to continue to make its ascent into outer space. Meanwhile, this boost back is happening.
No worries,
We're
Hendrik.
using those 13 engines.
Hack that, Dari.
So everything, well, 12 out of the 13, and then we go down to 3, and then we're going to shut down for the end of boost back. That's sending Super Heavy back towards its planned splashdown zone in the Gulf. Right after we finish this boost back burn, we're also going to separate the hot stage. This will be the final time that we're doing this. All right, there's the end of the boost back burn. We should be seeing the hot stage.
Sophia, I could do with some of those rocket boosters to warm up my toes. Hairdryer isn't cutting it. That's funny.
So the hot stage separates. It's going to make its way down, also splash down in the Gulf. In the meantime, though, these 6 ship Raptors are going to continue firing for about 5 more minutes. Next up for the booster, though, is going to be its landing burn. There's a cool tracking shot. We dump some of the prop out on our way back in. All right, so for booster, this is one of the main things we're trying to get is going to be this landing burn. So you can see the hot stage kind of making its way towards the left side. So that's the bottom of the booster. It's about to pass right in front of where you can see some of that prop dump happening.
It's pretty cool. What just
They
came
look
off?
like they're close together, but there's a good amount of distance between them, and the hot stage will go down and splash down in the Gulf while the booster comes back for its landing burn.
Starship is on nominal trajectory.
All right. Looking good on our trajectory, looking good on everything. Jake and Amanda, you guys with me down there?
Yeah, definitely. The crowd is gathering over here in the office. You can definitely feel the energy in here. Great to see that booster is making its way down to the splashdown zone in the Gulf.
Yeah, the shaking down here was absolutely nuts. The windows are still there, still intact.
It's pretty notable when you look at these launches. It's not that far away. Like, altitude right there is 39.2 kilometers. So that's not far, right? Like, when you think about driving 30 Ks, it's up the street, but it's above you. But it's not like, are you telling me that space is just like up the street from me, but it's up that way, not that way? You know what I'm saying?
So that was pretty awesome. But yeah, booster's coming down. We're at about 30 kilometers. All right, yeah, and as we approach that landing, just like tower catches, we will be doing a 13-engine landing burn to slow down. This time,
I got to tell you guys about someone I met after this video. After this video, I'll tell you about a guy I met. Yeah, that's right. You heard that correct. I met this great guy. I met this really great guy. I'll tell you about it in a minute.
it will be in a V3 configuration. And as we're starting to get into the denser part of the atmosphere, the booster is using 4 hypersonic grid fins to guide itself through atmospheric entry towards its landing site.
And we're just about 20 seconds away from landing burn start, where we'll first ignite the center 13 engines, then bring that down to 5 to slow down the booster for landing. And finally, that will come down to 3, and we'll cut all of them off while we're still about 200 meters in the air. So booster is going to see a bit of a harder
Booster landing burn startup.
Holy shit. So it's landing back on the platform, or it's landing on a pontoon?
Booster landing burn shutdown.
And there we heard it, booster landing burn shutdown. We saw a 13 to 5 to 3 V3 demonstration.
It cut out.
And into the water we go.
It cut out.
Wow, that was absolutely awesome.
Didn't quite see it land
You
though.
can hear us right now. Congrats to the whole SpaceX team. So far, so good for today. That was incredible.
All right, great stuff, guys. I'm jealous of the crowd. All right, back to ship. Ship's still making its way. We've got a little under 2 minutes left in this ascent burn, so we've got all 6 Raptor engines still
Traveling
firing.
at 15,000 kilometers an hour. Sheesh.
So the next major milestone we're going to be looking for is SECO. That's our second stage engine cutoff. That's should be coming right at about 8 minutes and 58 seconds into flight. So we've got about 1:20 still to go. Really cool to see booster go through that landing burn. That was one of our really key demonstrations we wanted to try and do today. Is that's mimicking what we're going to be hopefully doing. Oh, we just got our sonic boom, sounds like, from the booster coming back. All right, less than a minute to go. So we are going to see the 3 RVACs, the vacuum optimized engines, shut down first, and then we'll shut down those 3 center engines. So we should be a little under a minute.
20,000 kilometers an hour.
Until SECO. Just a reminder, this is putting us into a suborbital trajectory, so we're intentionally just going slow enough that we're not going to achieve full orbit. This puts us on a course where those engines shut off, and no matter what, we're coming back.
Starship is in terminal guidance.
In the Indian Ocean. All right, terminal guidance. So we should start seeing the shutdowns come up in just a couple seconds. Less than 30 seconds to go in this ship ascent burn.
What's this mission doing? Where's it going again? More satellites.
All right, RVACs have shut off. 3 more to go.
Ship engine cutoff.
I think it's just a test. Is it? Okay, Rob. Cheers, man.
All right. All ship Raptors have shut
Nominal
down.
orbit insertion.
You just heard nominal orbital insertion, so we are on the path that we wanted to be. So we've got a ship back in space, a whole lot planned for it, lots more still to come.
Hendrik.
Great seeing Super Heavy make its way to the water, but I'm excited to see what ship can do in space. How's everybody doing down there?
Silence. Let me hear you say,
Yeah,
hey,
you can hear
oh.
the crowd behind us this whole time. People are definitely happy with how the day's been panning out so far. Definitely exciting to see Starship safely in space, and super pumped to see all the team's hard work in action here today.
Yeah, and we guaranteed it at the start of the show, but it has been an awesome day so far. It's crazy. All this has happened in just 10 minutes. All the objectives were met.
Let me tell you a story, folks. So I'm in Bunnings, Nowra, and I am driving in to get a gas bottle refilled. So you got to drive into the little tradies area, do a little circuit around, and I spot a Mitsubishi Delica parked up. Quite a nice one, a black one, a Chamonix, same as mine. And I just sort of eyeball it and I pull around and I'm just sitting next to it and I just like look into the side and a dude there and I'm like, and he's like, hey, and we get a little exchange. And yeah, he winds his window down, I wind my window down, and we have a bit of a chin wag across the ways. Now, mind you, I'm blocking traffic, so we realize we can't be long. But this guy just started talking about his machine. I talk about mine, and, you know, both realize we both have Chamonix. His is black, mine is white. His is better than mine. It's kind of decked out nicer and just looks more impressive, but mine's still pretty rad. I'm not saying that, but... And he just casually says, oh, are you a member of Delica the World Facebook group? And I thought I was. I said, yeah, I am. But turns out I wasn't. I was actually a member of a couple of other Delica Facebook groups, but excuse me, not that one. But he goes, oh, because I'm the creator of that one. You know, should join up. We have like group meetings and we go camping and cruise around together. I'm like, cool, man. I noticed you've got New South Wales plates on. Where are you at? And he goes, oh, I'm in Kalala Bay. Like, what? Really? I'm Culburra Beach, man. Like, we should hang out. And he's like, yeah, dude, that'd be great. Like, he's only down there working. He's got a job. He said, I'm working down here for a few months, but I don't know what he does for a crust. But he's like, I'm working down there and been there for a while. And I said, oh, but you're New South originally. Like, where are you from? No shit. Oyster Bay. I'm like, what? Where did you say? Oyster Bay. He's like, yeah, I'm from Oyster Bay. I'm like, I am too. That's my hometown. Like, I grew up there. Like, I did it first. I think I'm a bit older than him. I was there first. He's like, no way, man. What? It's like, he runs the Facebook group. He's in Kalala Bay. He grew up in Oyster Bay. He's talking to me about hanging out and doing meetings and stuff, do group hangouts and whatnot. And then I just kind of said, oh, I've taken this GoVan. I've taken GoVan out to Uluru and I've done a few trips. He's like, oh, I went up to Fraser Island. And he's got a YouTube channel, which I hope I tabbed out. I think I did. He said, I've been up to the YouTube to Fraser Island and blah, blah, bling, blong, bang. I didn't tab it out. I'm going to get it. That's how we're going to wrap this stream up. I'm going to get that tab. And then he goes, next year, early next year, okay, I'll get this tab. You tell me, where do you think he's taking his Delica for the next trip? Just you do that and I'll get this link out. And then we'll watch his content because I haven't watched it yet. I said I'd watch it on stream. I've got. We messaged each other, so I got his name, number, and shit. Here we go. He's going to Uluru. No, he's not. He's not going to Uluru. He is going to, because no one guessed, in early next year, he's taking his Delica to Tasmania. I'm like, no, you're not. I am. I'm doing that. I said I'm doing that. You think you live in Oyster Bay and you live in Kalala, well, you're working in Kalala Bay, you're from Oyster Bay, is like blonde-headed dude like me, you got the same Mitsubishi Chamonix Delica, and you think you're going to Tasmania? Why don't you just take my whole life? It's not what I said, but that's kind of what I was. So I got this link here. I'll copy the link machine. And we'll take a look at this. So yeah, I have to hang out with him in Tasmania, seeing as though my spicy little nugget doesn't like camping. This is his content, Hoag's Adventures. He's got 566 subscribers. Delica's on Fraser Island, 2023, from Delica the World. Sorry, go back. Trouser refresh. Thumbnail. From what I recall, this black one here is his one, I think. Maybe not. Okay, this looks like a pretty lame video, just saying. You're going to sleep with him in GoVan? Shit. No, hope not. Look at all those freaks. The old Delica has a huge fan base fully. Look at them all. I thought this might be better, like a vlog, but it's just, I don't know. No shade, but it's not what I was hoping it to be. It's also horrible resolution. The music is obnoxious. Yeah, it's pretty horrible, hey. We'll just put on mine instead. I mean, it looks like they're having fun, right? It's not what I thought this video would be. So let's move on. Let's take a look at his channel, though. Hoag's Adventures. His name's Hogan. Hoag's Adventures. Bridle Track, Turon River, Weekend, Bathurst to Hill End. Sugarloaf 4x4, Mitsubishi Delica survived. Looks like Moreton Island. Right. Let's see what his most recent upload is. Latest, Turon River, a year ago. He's not very prolific on his YouTube channel. Okay, let's take a look at his most recent effort. If it's just the same thing again, we'll skip it. Cue the shit music. That's his Delica though. That's the one I saw yesterday. Okay, horrible music. He's not really a storyteller, is he? He's just showing shit. Quality's bunk as well. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I mean, I probably should have screened these first, but they're not that great, right? Where were we? We were looking at these. What time have we got? We'll cruise a little while longer. Just Rev, a little clip from his Just Rev DLive channel by the look of it. What's this all about? Just Rev?
Jimbo in the sky with diamonds. Welcome back, Dale. If you're tired of this.
Okay, I don't want to play that. I'm going to get dinged for copyright. Good to see you, Just Rev. What's this? Jetson ONE, the Jetson Air Games. You're no longer streaming on Twitch. I didn't turn it off, but maybe Beam did. I don't know about that. Thank you for letting me know, though. I might have been knocked off Twitch. I'll just try stopping and starting it. Thank you for letting me know. It doesn't really bother me, but let's move on as that happens. Are these like self-manned drones? No shit. That's pretty weird. I want one. Is this legit?
Oh, that looks pretty horrible. Those blades don't look that... Dude. Wow. Is this the future of transport? Hendrik, I used to hate dilly car drivers because they're shit drivers. That changed because I did not know the road trip capabilities off-road. Yeah, they're pretty rad for off-road stuff, hey. Sophia, if one of my neighbors gets one of these, I'm going to get a gun license to shoot him out of the sky. Yeah, I mean, this looks interesting. I mean, look, all we're seeing here is a drone that's big enough to fly a person. It's not... You know, let's do this. Let's go back and do this. I said this years ago, and I said, and maybe we're getting there with this video. Didn't I say, for those that know me, remember this, that I said this. I said, when drones get powerful enough to carry a human, they're going to be incredible for one thing in particular: snowboarding, backcountry mountains. Picture this. You and your mate, you're driving to, let's say you're in New Zealand, you're going up to Lindis Pass, and it's been snowing heavily for days, and you look into the distance and you see a massive, beautiful mountain just covered in virgin, untouched white powder. And you're like, dude, we have to hit that. You pull over the road, park your vehicle, get your drone out, you put your mate in the drone, you fly him up to the top, you fly him up to the peak, you drop him off, fly the drone back down, he snowboards all the way back down, then you swap. You hop in, he flies you to the top. This is insane. These things, they're flying, right? You could... Instead of him flying it, you could have, I mean, once he's flown up there, he could hop out and then you could just remote man it back down. Dude, this is like a chairlift that never ends, right? It's the never ending chairlift. This is insane. And if that's where these go, I think you're going to have people, like for snowboarding in particular, or skiing, right? Just winter alpine sports, they're going to latch onto this, and you're going to have people making chairlift drones, and you're going to be able to fly your mate up and then put them on top of a mountain and be like, dude, just come back down here, and it's all GPS so you can return to home. I've seen something years ago on YouTube where someone built a drone from DIY products and flew in it. I mean, yeah, they're doing it right now. You know, it's happening. Okay, but we get the idea. We get the idea. Jetsons looks fun, good times. This is a 23-minute video, too long. I'm going to just move through these quickly. There's another one here. Life moves pretty fast. Is this from Ferris Bueller?
Yep. I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So we have more content to get through. I'm just trying to find some. This 40-minute one, Casey Neistat. We're going to have to come back to some of these, obviously, in the future. We got this one here. Watch Trump signs an agreement on a critical and rare earth minerals with Australia. Yes.
The US has a trade surplus with Australia, as you know, and we can continue to take what is every opportunity to improve the relationship even further and make it even stronger. And today's agreement on critical minerals and rare earths is just taking it to the next level, seizing those opportunities which are before us to take our relationship to that next level. And it's been fantastic, the contact that we've had together, the friendship that we've developed. And Australians love America, and I think Americans kind of like Australia too.
That's true, we do.
And as we go forward, I think that today will be seen
Albo sounds like he's high.
as a really significant day in our relationship. So thank you very much, Mr. President.
Well, thank you very much, Anthony. It's an honor to sign this, and we'll
He's
do
very
it now.
Aussie.
And then we'll take some questions. Some good ones, I think.
I love Australia.
Okay.
Well, this is a $8.5 billion pipeline that we have ready to go.
That's right. It's all ready to go.
Just getting started.
And we're doing a real job on rare earth and many other things. Perhaps I could ask John to say a few words, and then we'll exchange papers. But just how are we doing on your naval purchases and all of the submarines that we're working on with Australia? How's that going?
Okay. I don't know, Dale. This is directed at Dale right here. Dale, if you're going to post up political links, like, I don't know, like either make them fun or funny, like kind of something we can clip. I don't know, just watching Trump sign an agreement with our Prime Minister. Boring. Super boring. Moving right along, we can take another link here. The Gold Coast Tourist Trap Surfers Paradise 24-hour convenience store. Excuse me.
Hello, I'm ARCHIELUXURY, and today I'd like to show you a Gold Coast tourist trap. That's right, fuckers. I want to show you the world's most expensive convenience store. And this is a 24-hour convenience store, Surfers Paradise. And it's a, what you'd call a tourist trap, fuckers. A tourist...
Why is this guy calling us fuckers? What did we do to him? And what happened to his microphone? It's 2025.
Trap. See, what they do is they're located right in a prime location, and when you go into the store, you notice some very strange things. There's no prices, and that's because they're preying on tourists. See, people come from overseas, they don't understand the currency. Oh yeah, let's get an ice cream for little Ubu and Jabba.
Ubu.
Let's get an ice cream for Ubu, Jabba, and Ying Song. And when we're there, let's get a packet of chocolate, a bottle of Coke. But the interesting thing is there is absolutely no prices on the merchandise.
Is that illegal? I feel like that might be illegal in Australia, right? You have to display prices, surely. I don't know if I'm remembering that or if I want that to be the right thing. Someone fact check that. I don't know him. I do know him. He's an old school friend of mine, not your link. You know this guy, Hendrik? I thought you grew up in Melbourne, though. You know this guy? Okay.
No prices whatsoever. And there's a very good reason. Because these are priced for foreign tourists who are in holiday mode so they can give you a second asshole. That's right. There's no...
Wow. That's a nice picture he's painting. Dude, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Is it illegal? Is it illegal to not display prices in Australia? You know who I'm asking? Have one guess who I'm asking here, folks. You'll guess wrong. I'm going to Google. Shut the front door. Is it illegal to not show prices in a store in Australia?
Your girlfriend, no. Nate, try new AI mode. I'm interested in that. Continue. Oh, wow, just default. Okay, basically this is ChatGPT now. Sorry, Sophia. Your girlfriend, Google, is now basically my girlfriend, ChatGPT, in a different dress. I just asked Google, in Australia, it is not illegal for smaller stores under 1,000 square meters to not display prices on the shelf, although they must communicate accurate prices before a purchase is made. There are laws that require businesses to display prices in certain situations, not mislead consumers. Okay. So it's not illegal.
No prices in this store.
Tell them the price, son. I wonder how much a packet of burger rings is going to be.
And that's because they're all at huge markup. This is a tourist trap, fuckers. The tourist trap.
It's not a tourist trap. They're already there. That's the wrong word you're choosing there, fucker. It's not a tourist trap. It's just, it's taking advantage of tourists.
So when you come into the store, you can pick up your things just in a casual way. Yeah, here's a quickie mart. Yeah, let's grab chocolate. Let's grab this. Grab an ice cream. Grab a drink. That'll be $47.50, sir. Yes, this is the tourist trap. The world's most...
Damn, stop saying that word. Fucking should be illegal though? No, well, no. Whatever happened to caveat emptor? Buyer beware.
Expensive convenience
DYOR, do your own research. Don't rely on someone else.
And it's another great Gold Coast invention. The tourist trap, fuckers. The tourist trap. And
okay, we get
these fuckers are out here to gouge you. These fuckers are out here to gouge.
I agree, it should be illegal. It's pretty sus. There's no denying it, but you shouldn't. If you fall for it, you know what? Here's a great example. I didn't fall for that in Queenstown, New Zealand, when I was trying to buy a bottle of Jack from that bottle shop down by the Queenstown Bay or the beach. They call it a beach. I went down there and there was a bottle shop, and then I know that there's 3 other ones further back up the streets, and that one right on the foreshore was like $95 for a bottle of Jack. I was like, what are you talking about? $95? Something ridiculous. And I'm like, no. Go back up the street. It's regular price, $45. Three blocks down, dumb tourist goes in there. Oh, get a bottle of Jack Daniels, $95. Well, it's Australian money. We don't even know what that's worth. They just pay it without even thinking. That's up to you. I was smart. You should be smart as well. Listening to him makes me want to stick knitting needles in my ears. Yeah, dude, this is not great content. Mind you, he has 86,000 subscribers. This has been on YouTube for 10 years. It's got 6,000 views. 35 comments. I want to see the prices. Tell me the price, son.
Would you take advantage of you and give you a second or third asshole? That's right, fuckers. This is...
Stop calling us fuckers.
This is capitalism at its worst. Jungle capitalism, Gold Coast style.
Show us
That's
the price, dude.
This is in line with your minibar fridge. Chesterfield the Third, tell me what...
Those metrics are nothing.
Just a classic example of urban decay at its finest. Yes.
They're nothing compared to YouTube. But what I'm saying is I'm regular in uploading content on YouTube, and I don't have 86,000 subscribers. Let's see what he's done recently. He streamed 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago he streamed. Okay, skip forward his intro.
Gives a fuck.
You kidding me? The first time I pressed play on a live stream, he said the word fuck.
Buy new or certified and buy fuck new. You want to buy that David SW, man. You don't want to buy that. And fuck their certified.
Ah, fuck. This guy says fuck every second fucking word. It's like talking to Marty all over again. I was going to see if he's got a video recent. What's his video? 1 month ago. 900 views. He's admitted buying subs. Is that right? What a fucker. What a fucker bought his subs. Okay, we can move on from ARCHIELUXURY. What else we got here?
we're going to go out with this one here. Starlink just got real, folks. 6G. Thank fuck for that, fuckers. What about if I started?
SpaceX Starlink 6G is here. Samsung modems help bring gigabit indoors. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I think I'd rather the fucker guy than this overly polished. This is what's wrong with YouTube. This is just so cringe. Watch this again.
SpaceX Starlink 6G is here. Samsung modems help bring gigabit indoors. Let's get into it.
What the fuck? The way that pans in on him, it gets tighter and then back out. And this is so bad. I mean, I love YouTube because everybody can have a crack at it, but some of it's just so bad, eh? Make it stop. You know, this has probably got millions of views too. Look, he's got 141,000 subscribers. This is uploaded 5 days ago. It's got 53,000 views 5 days ago. You got to just, the way to succeed on this platform is to be an absolute fucking tool and make something look cooler than what it actually is, and just be really deep voiced and just be a douchebag and have really nice lighting and just come out here and go, you're never going to believe this. It's painful to watch, but people watch it. That's the thing. It rates, man. It rates. I get nothing compared to this shit.
Buddy, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for once again joining me. I don't have a cup of tea today, but I hope you do. Maybe a cup of coffee as we talk about tech and space, SpaceX, Starlink, AI, Linux, all kinds of good stuff today. Actually, we're going to combine just about all of them in today's episode. So,
you know what, though? The thing with this is, and unfortunately, I kind of want to hear what he's got to say, but his presentation detracts me from the actual content because I just can't help but think, and I'm not saying you shouldn't do this, but he's obviously got his on-camera persona, but he's chosen such a wanky, awful, YouTube-friendly persona. I just can't watch it. If I was his mate in real life, I'd be sitting him down saying, okay, man, we know what you're doing, but how do you sleep at night? Like that's just so cringy, man. Like that's not what you're like. You're not this person, but yet put a camera and a light and suddenly you become this real wanky guy and you have to talk like this and do all this real emotions. And it's so fucking horrible. Yeah, bingo. All right, it's horrible. Let's not watch it, but I want to learn about the 6G from Starlink. That's the thing. I want to find out what he's got to say. Can we get a transcribe of it or something? Can we just get a summary of it? Let's just read the description then if we don't want to watch it. The next generation of SpaceX Starlight satellites is here. It's a major Samsung collaboration. Could bring gigabit satellite internet indoors. No dish, no terminal, nothing but your smartphone. Oh, I kind of want to see it. Okay, find a different video that's not narrated by an absolute knob. And you know, he's got his fucking YouTube plaque behind him. I don't know, like these guys that put their play button behind them, it's like, okay, dude, you got a play button from YouTube. Do you have to show it off? Like you don't, like, I just got a bottle of whiskey and videos and a light and a bed. Like, I don't know, like, do you have to show that shit to everybody? Oh, it's fucking wanky, but all right, let's find out what this is. Let's just do another search on the tubes. Starlink 6G, I think is what his Starlink 6G. jcristina? Oh, that's him. Four days ago. This is a different channel. His transform. Please don't be wanky.
Samsung teaming up for something huge, something that could completely change how our phones connect to the internet. I'm talking about Starlink, the satellite internet.
How are you not getting ads on the YouTube videos I play? We've got an ad blocker on Firefox. It's called, I don't know. It's whatever this one is. This guy's not much better. This is this is only a 5 minute. We get the gist of this in 5. I just want to see what this is all about. Okay, so
Elon Musk and Samsung might just be teaming up for something huge, something that could completely change how our phones connect to the internet. I'm talking about Starlink, the satellite internet service from Elon Musk, reportedly asking Samsung to build a new AI-powered modem for what could become the world's first space-based 6G network.
Wait. AI-powered modem? Run that by me again. What does it need AI to run as a modem? What the hell? Ad blocker for Firefox is uBlock Origin. That's the one that you recommended, right, H-Man? Yeah, this Hendrik recommended this ages ago and we've been using it. We also use a plugin that ups the volume of YouTube, but I haven't been noticing it.
Now, this is not just another faster internet story. This is about giving your phone the power to connect directly to satellites in space. No cell towers needed.
Huh?
That's massive.
Wait. So your phone has a modem in it, which they already do. Samsung's making a AI-powered modem that's going to directly talk straight to the Starlink satellites. Probably not coming to an iPhone anytime soon, though, if it's a Samsung thing.
Here's the deal. Right now, when your phone connects to Starlink or any satellite internet, it actually goes through a bunch of ground stations first. Basically, the signal bounces from your phone to a base station, then up to a satellite and back again. That's a lot of steps, which adds delay and limits coverage. But what Samsung and Starlink are reportedly working on would change that completely. The new AI-boosted modem chip would let your phone talk directly to Starlink satellites. No base stations, no middlemen, just your phone straight to space.
Whoa. Battery life, overheating, how does that all work?
And here's where it gets wild. This chip has an NPU, or Neural Processing Unit, built right in. Think of it like a mini AI brain inside the modem.
What for?
Its job? It's to predict satellite movements and optimize signal connections in real time. Basically, it's smart enough.
Why is this all like, it's got an AI chip that's job is to predict satellite movements. So how's it doing it? It's an algorithm. So just say that. Like, why is it all disguised as AI all of a sudden? Like, this is just a program, right, that predicts the movements of the satellites. It doesn't have to be AI generated. Like, this is all the buzzword.
Enough to know where a satellite will be, and it adjusts your signal automatically for the best possible connection. That's a game changer because satellites move fast, like thousands of kilometers per hour fast. Keeping a stable link to one is extremely tricky. But if the modem itself can predict and adjust faster than current chips, then boom, smooth, uninterrupted internet anywhere on Earth. According to reports from the Korean Economic Daily, Samsung showed off a presentation saying this new Exynos modem can improve beam identification and channel prediction, basically how your phone locks onto a satellite signal, by 55 and 42 times faster than what's available now.
And it's going to give gigabit speeds. Holy shit. Hendrik, I've got a good plugin that neutralizes volume on videos. It's called Audio Compressor. Is that for Firefox as well? Is that for Firefox, dude? I'd love to do that actually. Audio Compressor Firefox extension. I'm assuming it is Firefox. Firefox indeed. Let's do it. Let's take a little lookskins at this. Add to Firefox by Vatara. I'll add this. Audio compressor was added. Update permissions and data preferences anytime in the extension settings. Pin to toolbar. I'll pin that. What does it look like? Which one is it? It's that there. Got an EQ. Is an EQ? Where's the compressor though? Threshold. Oh, this is not an EQ. It's the whole thing. Okay, well, let's just up the gain from, let's leave it to default. Enable. We'll up the gain. We'll boost it by 1 and we'll just go from there. Thank you, H-Man. Where were we?
That's insane. It's like going from buffering Netflix in the desert to streaming 4K videos in the middle of the ocean. Now, let's talk about why this is such a win for Samsung.
Let's just take it back and listen to it without it and with it. I'll play.
Economic Daily, Samsung showed off a presentation saying this new Exynos modem can improve beam identification and channel prediction, basically how your phone locks onto a satellite signal, by 55 and 42 times faster than what's available now.
That's on.
That's insane. It's like going
You
from
keep it on
buffering
medium?
Netflix in the desert.
Wait, you keep what on medium? I just left the default settings. Presets disabled. Presets. Oh, medium. Here we go. Medium preset. But it didn't give it any boost. I want to boost. I want to boost it. Boost it. I want to make it gain. I want to up the gain a bit. It's on medium.
Streaming 4K videos in the middle of the ocean. Now, let's talk about why this is such a win for Samsung over other chip makers like Qualcomm or MediaTek. First off, this deal shows that Samsung is no longer just about
EQ. It's not an EQ. It's just the settings. There's threshold, knee, ratio, attack, release, and boost. So I set it to medium like yourself, but the medium doesn't give it a boost. So I just put it on medium and I'll just up the boost by just half. I'll just go half, 0.5. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. That's good. I mean, I can see it already in the waveform on OBS. It's much cleaner, much more compacted.
Chips for phones or tablets. They're moving into space-grade technology, literally building hardware that connects Earth to space. Second, if Samsung's modem becomes the standard for Starlink's 6G service, that's a massive business edge. Every device that wants to use Starlink's direct satellite network, phones, cars, even drones, could need a Samsung chip inside. That's billions of dollars worth of opportunity, and it positions Samsung as a serious competitor, not just in smartphones, but in the entire global communication industry. And it doesn't stop there. Elon Musk's Starlink recently invested around $17 billion to buy wireless spectrum and mobile satellite frequencies. That's a sign they're dead serious about this next step. And guess what? Samsung's right there, ready to make the brains of that system work. Now, some people might be thinking, won't this kind of tech eat up a lot of power?
That's what I said.
Probably. Real-time satellite tracking and AI predictions aren't easy tasks, but that's why Samsung's AI optimization is key. It'll make the connection smart enough to balance performance and power use. You might not even realize it's doing all that behind the scenes. Your phone will just work anywhere, whether you're on a mountain, in the ocean, or out in the desert. And think about where this can go beyond smartphones. This kind of satellite-to-device tech could be used in autonomous cars, delivery drones, rescue robots, even planes and ships. Anything that needs a strong connection in places with no signal. Analysts are also saying this shows Samsung's chip division is finally breaking out of the shadow of its smartphone business. They're taking on projects that go far beyond mobile. We're talking Tesla collaborations, space internet, and 6G research. If this partnership works out, Samsung won't just be the company that makes Galaxy phones.
I just didn't like what I was hearing there, Hendrik, with that medium setting. I'm going to put it on low.
One of the leaders in the next era of global connectivity, the kind where your phone doesn't need a network tower because the network is in space. And honestly, that's crazy to think about. Just a few years ago, we were talking about 5G towers popping up everywhere, and now Samsung and Musk are talking about skipping towers completely. Of course, we're still a few years away from this being real, but if the early reports are true and that 55 times faster optimization is legit, we might be looking at the biggest leap in connectivity since smartphones went wireless. So yeah, this isn't just a win for Samsung, it's a flex.
That's pretty incredible. Obviously, none of that will come to Apple phones at any time soon if it's Samsung, but that is pretty damn impressive. And if they can manage the battery expectation, like the life of the battery and everything, then that's pretty incredible. Hey, well, thank you for everyone that's been here with me on this stream. Appreciate you all. It's been fun to hang out. I'm going to put in the Discord about the drop that Beam did because I think that's important that they know that it at an hour and 40 into this stream, all systems just turned off and then it joined back on. That's not cool. I'm going to persist with it, even though I said maybe I should look at restream. I'm going to just keep it running. We'll just have to sit with it. Stay with it. Beamstream for the win.gg. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me. I'll catch you all soon, probably on the weekend. Who knows? I'm not sure when, but sometime soon I'll speak with you and we'll hang out together again. Won't that be lovely? See ya. Laters. Little outro music here.
But as the sight faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray.
GivesAMinute.
Behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chilling IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing lost to the grind. Talking cripple games while we sipping Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle wine. Streaming through the night. New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next.